One-of-a-kind Empire Fight Camp. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. First up, we have the Machine. First up, we have the Machine from the United States of America. It's the Brown Bomber Joe Louis, one of the most historically important fighters of all time.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing the red trunks with red trim, the Machine. Fighting out of the blue corner, and iconic longtime world champion who defended his title for a record of 12 years, introducing a heavyweight champion of the world, the one and only Brown Bomber, Joe Louis.
A lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle their score under the sun here in this outdoor venue.
Can you imagine being the fighter? Sometimes you think under the lights is hot, but when you've got the sunlight, it's a lot to take in.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Neither fighter willing to slow down. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. This slugger isn't interested in winning rounds. He just wants to win the fight. And he's not going to do it on the scorecard, Johnny. He needs a KO.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Oh, my God, Johnny! The building is going bananas! Will they see a huge upset here? Disaster averted.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They block that jab. Oh, they landed a good jab there. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. A very competitive round with 10. Did you see that? The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get back out there.
Here we go for round two. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter shot lands. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
wanted action, and they are delivering. Just misses with that uppercut. They've got a big reach advantage here. Let's see if they can take advantage.
You cannot beat a good old-fashioned long jab. Nobody can get past that.
The Brown Bomber in some trouble. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But
despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro.
On to the third. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice exchange here from both men. That counter punch caught him clean. No rest for the weary. They call it the Glory Division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Oh, Joe Louis just got caught. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice counter shot. Joe Louis in trouble. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this...
And there's the bell to start round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Oh, and Joe Louis is hurt. He is hurt. Hall of Famer Joe Louis is down. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four, five. You all right?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Some fighters...
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
And there's the bell for round 5. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to...
The Brown Bomber couldn't take any more. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Down to me.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Hard, he's up.
One of the all-time greats, Joe Louis, is down. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. You still want to fight?
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Gotta waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then gotta paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just gotta make the most of it. Because if you let...
And down goes Machine. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Can you continue?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. The Brown Bomber in some trouble. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight.
There's always a way back. Don't ever...
This is the beginning of round 6. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Joe Louis in trouble. Looks like they've shaken it off.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. He Through the hook, didn't land. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Both of these fighters have had their moments. Oh my goodness, Johnny! Oh, Joe Louis just got caught. The Brown Bomber goes to the canvas. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.